What's up YouTube, it's Authentic. Today I've got a new video for you guys. It's about 120 Doom Tower Dark Fate. Now this boss in my opinion is the best boss to farm. For the lethal set, you're getting Savage, which is 25% ignore defense, plus we're getting the extra crit rate as well. So it's a fantastic set to farm from Doom Tower. Now I'll also be showing you how to forge this set, what the best charms to use with this set are to make sure you get the best pieces. So let's jump right into it. So this is one of the two teams I'm going to showcase today. It's got Hegemon lead, it's got my Fire Knight Allure, it's got my Hydra Royal Guard and two Cold Hearts that I built for this. Now I'll show you the stats really quickly and the presets. You never have Hegemon do his A2 because he won't have it available for the boss wave. You have Royal Guard do takedown, and the second wave you don't want him to do takedown, so you'll have it available for the boss. Then we have Allure, who's not going to be doing Temptation or Hellish Blaze on the boss. You just want her to do turn meter. Cold Heart, you can turn off Heartseeker for the second wave, and you can turn off Art of Pain on the boss. So she just does A1 and Heartseeker. I have both of my Cold Hearts in Giant Slayer, so 4 hits is nice. So let's jump in. I want to do a live run. I don't want to do a pre-recorded run, just to show you what the team feels like, how consistent it is. Now if you get unlucky with the turn meter reduction, it can fail, it can happen from time to time. With the Herdig team, I'd say it's slightly more consistent, but it forces you to build a special team, a special allure for that team. So you know, if you want to run with that team, you can do. We'll see the consistency of this team. So the second wave, as we can see, has a lot of red champions. So this is annoying for Herdig, annoying for Royal Guard, because they're blue champions, and if they weak hit, we start to get slowed down. But it doesn't seem to be too bad because they are quite squishy. There's like 3 common champions, so it's not too bad. We had Hegemon basically take out all of that wave, and now we're just basically landing decreased speed, decreased defense, and we're just getting our Heartseekers off. We've got decreased defense out there, we have decreased speed out there, so we just want to get enough damage as we can. Here we have a really slow Hegemon, so he's not going to be taking too many turns. He's just going to do his A1 from occasion, but his job is mainly done. We have a relentless Royal Guard for this, around about 240 speed. The most damage you can do on this boss from an enemy max HP hit is 280k. As you can see, none of my champions are doing that much damage because they're just not, I haven't really kind of put that much gear on them to really tune as much enemy max HP I can get. So if I was to put enemy max HP to max, these 280k hits would help me kill the boss quicker, but it's okay. So 1minute and 30 seconds. My fastest time on this team was 1minute and 19 seconds. It actually was this team. Maybe I was wearing slightly better gear at the time, but yeah, this team pretty consistent. As I would say, it reduces turn meter a lot, it gets through the waves fairly decently fast, and it one-shots the clone wave straight away. And the benefit of running this team is you don't need to change a lore, you don't need to build a special lore as you need to for this second team I'm going to show you. Now this second team runs with Herdig, and you can see the Herdig speed is 257. Pretty decent gear, and you want 310, 330 accuracy with all of the accuracy masteries, just boosting up the accuracy even more. So this is my Herdig for this team. This is a special Cold Heart that I've built in Relentless. I gave her 250 speed to make sure she gets a turn meter reduction on the boss. Then we have Royal Guard, the same Royal Guard and the same 2 Cold Hearts. The presets are pretty much the same too. Herdig can do whatever he wants because with this setup, you don't really need to change the AI on this team. So let's go ahead and see a run with this team. Personally, I was running the Hegemon team first, and I was thinking maybe the Hegemon team, you know, the fact that you don't need to build a second allure is nice. However, if you can build a second allure, I would recommend this team. You'll see it gets through the waves slightly faster. If you don't weak hit a lot on the second wave, you can get through both of these waves within 25 seconds or within 20 seconds even sometimes. So let's see how quickly we do. Yeah, so 21 seconds, 22 seconds, we're on to the boss. Herdig's gonna do his hits. Unfortunately, he did his turn meter reduction out the gate. However, it doesn't seem to be too much of an issue. We might still be okay if we get enough turn meter reduction. Herdig decreases turn meter on top of everything else. It's looking like a pretty solid run. Again, if you get resisted on turn meter reduction from Allure, it can go sideways, but it looks like a pretty decent run. I would personally say if you can build a second Allure, you should definitely build this team over the Hegemon team. But if you just already have a Hegemon built and you want to run a Hegemon some PvE, this might be the fastest run though. This might be a really crazy time. Wow, 48 turns, as you can see. This this team, I feel like this always happens. I make a YouTube video and I end up doing my best time, even though I don't want to show like a pre-recorded amazing run. This is the best run I've managed to do, which is pretty crazy. 48 turns, a minute and 6 seconds. As you can see, my personal best before this was 1 minute and 19 seconds, and it was around about 63 turns. I think it was 60. It was something along those lines, but we got a pretty good time there. We got through the waves pretty fast. On the boss, we probably procced a few refreshes. I was just trying to explain how the team works, but as you can see, it's a fantastic team. Did it in like nearly a minute, so massive team. So in conclusion, the Hegemon team is for if you don't have two Allures and you have a nuke Hegemon just chilling, you can use that nuke Hegemon as lead. However, if you have a separate Allure, you can build Allure in Relentless with 250 speed and run this team. It's faster, it's more consistent, it has more turn meter reduction, and it also has Weaken in there from Herndig as well. So it'll be easier to get the 280k damage from your enemy max HP champions. So those are the two teams. I'm not going to show you more runs. I could show you another run. It's probably going to be slower than this, but you get the gist of it. These runs can go from anywhere from a minute and 6 seconds to a minute and 40 seconds. So I'll show you the builds for this team after we check how fast that really was. I mean, it might be the fastest in my clan by 3 turns, which is huge. Oh no, actually, we're global #1. Wow. It's not just my clan. This right now is the fastest team. Yeah, so yeah, it's pretty good. So before I show you guys the builds, I want to show you how to forge lethal like I promised. Now, the best substat charms to use for lethal is attack percentage and crit damage. You want to make sure you use all of your rarity charms and all your rank charms for this. Now, when it comes to substat charms, bear in mind it does not affect the main stat, it only affects the substats. So attack percentage, you want to use this on weapons, helms, and you want to use it on gloves because you want crit damage main on gloves. So you want weapon to be attack percentage charm, helm to be attack percentage, and glove to also be attack percentage. And when you're using the crit damage charm, you want to use this on the shield because you can't roll attack percentage on the shield. And you want the chest to be attack percentage, so you want the substat charm that you're using for the chest to be crit damage, and also with boots you want the main stat to be attack percentage, and you want the substat on the boots to be crit damage to make sure it gives you the best nuking pieces possible. So those are the charms I would use. Since we landed on crit damage boots, we'll just go ahead and craft the one charm or the one piece. We're looking for attack percentage. This is pretty good piece. It's a crit rate, crit damage, HP percentage piece. Perfect for a nuker. Somebody like a Magnar before empowerment would be really happy with this piece, but right now HP nukers aren't really around. I guess I may be missing somebody. Magnar's the only HP nuker that comes to mind. Let me know if I'm missing someone, but that's how you want to think of when you are forging lethal. So just make sure you are using the best charms, the best way to forge lethal, because it only comes around so often. So let me show you the builds now. So time to show you guys how this team is built and how it's been put together. Now, it's Savage Perception on Herndig, so you can get enough damage, as much damage as you need to make sure you kill your own wave or kill the clones that Astronyx takes from your team. These are the masteries I've taken on him. So it's the crit rate. We have taken Ruthless Ambush. This is good to make sure your first hit on your opponent, make sure it just one-shots. We have Bring It Down, so just the casual same masteries. Flawless Execution to give you that consistent 20% crit damage. Helm Smasher does probably do a little bit more damage, but it won't be as consistent. If you are overkilling the waves, you could probably even go War Master to give you a little bit more damage on the boss, but I've gone with Flawless Execution because I use it for campaign farmer as well. So this is our Herndig, our Relentless Allure that we're going to start with. These are the masteries I have on her. She has a Giant Slayer. You don't really want to take, if you're going to run the Herdig team, you don't want to take Whirlwind of Death. If you do, you have to make sure that the champion who's wearing this mastery has 18 less speed than Herdig, or Herdig has 18 more speed than them, to make sure you're not really kind of getting stuck where Herdig doesn't get enough kills and all that kind of stuff happens. So you want to make sure you don't take this mastery. If you do take it, just make sure you know that they might become faster than Herdig sometimes. These are the other masteries I've taken. I've taken Evil Eye on this Allure. For this, we have taken Swarm Smiter, and we have Sniper on her too. I made sure she's in Relentless. She's 330 accuracy. You need this accuracy to land debuffs on this 120 stage. So make sure you have over 310-ish accuracy at least. We also have 100% crit rate, 200% crit damage, just some damage stats on her alongside with Relentless. So this is the Royal Guard I used. Now it's a Relentless Royal Guard with some broken chest and a broken glove. These are his stats. I use him for Hydra, 386 accuracy, 251 crit, 241 speed, 258 crit damage, and just that's basically it. I haven't really focused on other stats. Maybe some survivability for Hydra is nice, but we're focusing on Dark Fey. We're not really trying to get hit too many times. As much refresh as you can get. I have a crit damage amulet, which is pretty nice. Crit damage with a accuracy roll and some attack. These are his masteries. Basically the masteries I would probably go for in Hydra. So we've got War Master on him, we have Sniper, and also have Master Hexer. Lure of Steel's in there too, so you know, these are the masteries you can take on him. Then we have the 2 cold hearts we were running. So this is one of the cold hearts. I've taken Live Trinket. I didn't take Whirlwind of Death because I didn't want them to, you know, do the whole kill thing and just speed tune gets messed up. You can take it as long as your Herdig also has this mastery, because Herdig most of the time is going to get enough kills too, but if he doesn't, it just makes it slightly inconsistent. So if you do want to take it, just know that if your cold heart's faster than your Herdig on the final wave, it can mess up the run sometimes. So I didn't take it because I didn't really feel the need for it. I haven't taken it on either of my on my cold hearts. They have pretty much the same masteries for the both of them. So crit rate, crit damage, more damage when max HP, and Giant Slayer is one thing I tried for the 4 hits on the A1. So I turn off the A2 on the boss and just do A1 and Heartseeker to make sure we get the most damage we can. So that's how the masteries are done there. Hegemon is in a arena nuking type of build. So I taken the Blade Disciple on him because I didn't want to take the crit rate, because I didn't want to have 100% crit rate Hegemon. I only wanted around about 81%. So if you put him in lead with his 81% crit rate, he can do enough damage there. As you can see, 84% crit rate, 309 crit damage. We didn't have any accuracy because I don't really have him built for accuracy. And nearly 7k attack, 6,859 attack. It's way overkill for what I need. He was doing 90k hits when most of my champion's HP is around about 50k-ish, so overkill on damage. You don't really need this much of a crazy Hegemon, but if you've got a nuke Hegemon, it'll do just fine as long as he has over 80% crit rate. And this is just my Fire Knight Allure. She's 89% crit rate. So because we're running Hegemon lead, this isn't an issue because we are going to get the crit rate maxed, and then it means you can keep your 85% crit rate Allure that you built for Fire Knight. Her speed doesn't need to be changed, so 302 speed and 330 accuracy. So those are the masteries. Those are the builds. I'll quickly show you the masteries on Allure. This is basically the Allure masteries I have for Fire Knight 2. So those are the teams, those are how they're built. So I showed you 7 champions. You can choose whichever team you want. The core champions are Allure, Royal Guard, and 2 cold hearts. Now you need a Relentless Allure for Herdig, or you can run your Fire Knight Allure if you're running Hegemon. So that's the team, that's the video. Thank you so much for checking it out. Let me know what you're running at the moment. Let me know how you are finding these teams. Leave a comment down below, like the video if you enjoy the content, leave a sub if you're looking forward to the next content, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.